Going through a job transition is never easy, especially when you start thinking about your finances. So we put this guide together to help you make one of the most important decisions you'll be facing right now. Let's get right into it.
This guide is made specifically for the 70 employees who have been affected by the recent JB Hunt closure. We know this is a really stressful time, so our goal here is just to give you clear, simple information to help you figure out what's next.
And just to be super clear, we're talking about the closure at the Home Depot distribution center in Lithonia, Georgia. So if you're one of the employees from there, this is absolutely for you.
All right, so here's our game plan for the next few minutes. We're going to cover what's happening with your 401k, break down your 4 main options, talk about the risks of cashing out, touch on other benefits, and then wrap up with a solid action plan to get you moving.
Okay, let's start with what's probably the biggest question on your mind right now.
What in the world should you do with your 401k retirement savings? You know, your job has ended, but that money is still yours. The real question is, what's the smartest move to make with it right now?
First things first, let's look at what's going on with your 401k at this very moment. And the most important thing to know is that your money is safe.
So your 401k is managed by Fidelity. Now, any money that you personally contributed is and always will be 100% yours. Same goes for any of the company contributions that are vested. That's your money. The only things that change are, well, you can't put any more money into this plan, and you're kind of stuck with the investment choices they offer.
Okay, now let's get to the heart of it, the big decision you need to make. You've basically got 4 main paths you can take with your 401k. Let's walk through each one. You really have 4 choices here. First, you can just leave your money right where it is in the JB Hunt plan. It's easy, no paperwork, but you can't add to it and your options are limited. Second, you can roll it into a personal IRA. This gives you way more control and tons of investment choices. Third, you could roll it into something called an IRA annuity for guaranteed income. We'll touch on that in a sec. And fourth, once you land a new job, you can roll it into your new company's 401k. Each one has its own good and bad points, as you can see.
So what is an IRA annuity anyway? Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like creating your own personal pension. You're basically turning some of your savings into a guaranteed paycheck for life. It can be a fantastic option if you're looking for that kind of stability and want to dial down the stock market risk.
Now, we have to talk about one more option, but I'm putting it in its own special category for a reason. Cashing out. This really should be treated as an absolute last resort.
And let me be really clear here. While the thought of getting a big chunk of cash right now might sound tempting, the financial hit you'll take is just massive.
Let's make this real. Let's just imagine for a second that you've got a $40,000 balance in your 401k.
If you're under 59.5 and you cash that out, by the time you pay all the taxes and penalties, that 40 grand could shrink to around $25,000, just like that. That's a loss of almost 40% of your savings instantly. It's a huge setback for your future. Okay, so your 401k is a huge piece of the puzzle, but it's not the only piece. Losing the job also means you're losing some other really important benefits.
You're going to need a new plan for health insurance, so make sure you compare what Cobra offers versus the plans on the ACA marketplace. Your life and disability insurance also go away, so if you have people depending on you, you'll definitely want to look into getting individual policies to fill that gap.
So, with all this information, what should you actually do? Let's break it down into a simple, step-by-step plan that you can start using today. Here's a little timeline to keep you on track. Before your last day, log into Fidelity and download your 401k statement. Super important. Right after, make a decision on your 401k and get your application in for unemployment. Then, in the next few months, you can start to reevaluate your investments and maybe even think about chatting with a financial advisor. See, breaking it down like this makes it all feel much more manageable.
The main thing to take away from all this is simple. You have options, and you have a clear path forward. You are in the driver's seat when it comes to your retirement savings, and now you have a step-by-step plan to guide you.
So, we've laid out the map. You have the information. You have a plan of action. The only question left is the one you can answer right now. What's your very first step going to be?